wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
Back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent on down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear the all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People let the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back.
Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hello?
That's the jag calling.
Let me click over real quick.
To let my jag talk it. Back the way the stress.
You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. clap when the money go. You don't slap, that's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back,
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And a Falcon first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
The score, Falcons 7, Vikings nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready. Check point 54. Go. I'm here all day.
Throwing on first down. Fitzgerald. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hey, Alpha.
56.
From the gun on third down, Fitzgerald. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Throwing left side, it's complete. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
You know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Come on. Hey, Delta. 54.
From the 44, Ryan looking downfield for jump. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Fitzgerald. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
18 Gators.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Christian Travis. Shoot. Sponge. No. Hey, exit. Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Check. Walk 54. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Safety's creeping.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And this one complete to Smith. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go with a big bang Fournette, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Ryan. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Ready, blue 80, white 25, 51, sub.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan letting one go deep for and he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 29 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Bravo.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. You don't want that. Hey, Haywood.
On third down, Fitzgerald. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, Orbit.
Now Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Lanny, 280. Wait. You don't want none. Check. Fresno. 51. Gun. Switch. Five.
Now it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Down, 50, plant.
In your face.
Hey!
I got motion. Right there, 54.
Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Ready.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check Mike 54. Mike Pilot 64. We own them. You go take it.
2nd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, Echo.
45. Mike, 45. Come on, D!
Get it.
Off play action. Fitzgerald. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Gay's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. It's coming this way, coming. Look at me, zipper. Fire.
Off the play fake. Fitzgerald. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighters.
Fournette. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the ship.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the ship. Watch the
Hey, Charlie.
From the 29, Fitzgerald looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Go. Hey, wahoo. 52.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Ito Smith, his first carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Got it. 5:25.
50 seconds to mine. Coming. I'm coming.
Got it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
General West.
Check 43. Check. 36. 36. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Check.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Giants kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
6-6, pull it high. Go, go.
Off play action. Fitzgerald eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
On fourth down, Fitzgerald. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Hey, high 7. On the ball. Ready?
Off the play fake. Fitzgerald going deep for Diggs. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, check. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bryant is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Check. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Not here. Hey, orbit. Mike's 50. Now. Mike's 54. Let's go, D.
On first down, Fitzgerald. He's able to find Wallace. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. It's complete to Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
51, Hey, check 24. Check 25.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now Ryan. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the
family's going to be talking about